So these are the survey results as of now, what I see. So it's very clearly there is uh, uh, there is almost 82% people have only used ChatGPT or have very little exposure in terms of using AI for sales. That's what the quick survey is showing for whatever people have responded till now. So I'm Manu Goel, and I founded Mega Impacts, and we'll talk about what are the trends, 2025 trends in AI. We'll start with the two big sales problems, and we'll move on to see how AI in sales is changing from 2024 to 2025. What are those focus areas? What kind of struggles it is addressing? And we'll also be quantifying AI in action to say how it makes a difference to the outcomes specifically, and how the new age tools, uh, the modern tools, are looking at more than efficiency and building mindset and culture. So, quickly speaking, uh, the two sales problems, and please, whatever questions you have, put them in the chat, and I'll take it up at the end of the session very quickly. Uh, just to mention, so only 5.8% of MQLs get converted to sales, and 60% time is lost in sales cycle in saying, I'll get back to you with the answer, which is basically real time information not available. So win rate is low and deal closures are slow. Those are the two big sales problems uh, that we see, and that's what we are saying for AI to address. Uh, Everyone, Gartner, Salesforce, McKinsey, are talking about AI, how the usage is going to increase, how the sales professionals are finding it more and more useful, but adoption rate is still very less for AI in sales. And the focus has to be on sales performance and outcomes more than the activities. Quickly moving on, this is a comparison of AI in 2024 versus 2025. What you see on the first column stage is the four stages of the sales cycle. Uh, we have mapped it to the two dimensions, efficiency and growth. What you see at the top in terms of dots is the intensity or the amount of focus, for that particular, uh, efficiency in that stage. And blue color represents 2024, green color represents 2025. Uh, it's and you have 2024 and 2025. What are those specific focus areas that have been catered to in 2024 versus 2025? So while this is there on the screen, just wanted to mention that people who have uh, filled in the survey forms, and hence we have also got their contact details. We'll send out a report to them, and this will actually be part of that report as well, this analysis. But what I wanted to talk about is the change, not those specifics which you see on the screen, but if you look at the change which has happened from 2024 to 2025. So rather than going through the entire thing in detail, let me bring out that change. So what you see highlighted in red boxes now, look at the terms which are now creeping in into the day to day in AI in sales: contextual, tailored, uh, real time, specific, personalized. That's what is happening now. We are moving more towards AI enabling growth rather than AI enabling just efficiency. That is where 2025 tools are shifting to. That is where the organization's focus are shifting to. Now, that is one perspective, which is from a focus area perspective, contextualization, being specific to customer problems. That's what is taking priority in terms of enabling growth. Now, if you look at the second set of red, circles or ellipses, what you see is also the intensity of these focus areas. You see that from 1 dot to 3 dot in the growth section, there is more intensity coming in terms of more focus on various areas in using AI in sales from growth perspective. So that's the other big change. So what does this mean? Focus is moving to growth enablement, customer specific, very personalized, very contextual, and real time objection handling, so that it kills the, let me get back to you kind of conversation, which prolongs the sales cycle. So that's one important change. So what does it convey to us? It conveys to us two things which have always been the mantra: know them, know your prospects, and get them as your customers. That is point one. Second is, uh, don't sell, solve problems, which is basically becoming a trusted advisor of your customers. And that those are the two mantras. Now, how do you build these mantras are not getting adopted, or what's the struggle that sales teams are facing in adopting those right approaches, right tools? Uh, Time constraint. Uh, everyone is busy. There is too much material to memorize and retain, which is practically impossible. And then there is dependence on other teams to get the information, and you need the information in real time. You can't be into a, let me get back to you. I mean, it's a standard thing that, if you have too much of to's and fro's, the prospect might lose interest, and you might finally, end up staring nowhere. So that problem solving mindset is difficult to attain. Also, within an organization, no one is like, so sort of, up to speed on mapping every customer problem to all the specific solutions that could be applied, bringing up those specific case studies or proof points to gain customers confidence. And generic AI is unreliable. You just can't go with it. You need specific. So what does it bring us to? What it brings us to is uh, real time AI for sales enablement, what I was talking about, MarketFit and SalesWit. Uh, what is specifically good with, both these products which are launching, shortly, mid of June? Uh, One is the simplicity. It's like, not complex. Uh, One click, one page, and when within 1 minute you get the required information. You get it when you need it. So when you are in a conversation with customer for objection handling, you can just put in few words right then and there and get those responses, which prevents, those longer sales cycles and so on. Uh, Also, these do not require any kind of installation, and there is no learning curve. So it's the tools are specifically enabling the sales representatives in the field to solve customers' problems, and prevent that to and fro, which prolongs the sales cycles. Now, what does MarketFit do? It basically takes the customer's problems, looks at all your offerings, services, products, and maps to them, uh, you know, with a very clear differentiating solution and case studies or proof points, which you can then, like take to the customer or in real time just use for objection handling and so on. And since it follows that approach of battle cards, which are in this problem solution proof point kind of format, it subconsciously builds a problem solving or an advisory mindset across the entire team, which is involved in that prospecting process or in that customer engagement. Uh, SalesWit is gives you prospect insights, uh, you know, which means basically business overview, their pain points, what they are thinking next. what their decision makers or stakeholders are thinking of, and something which helps you gain the trust very quickly and swing it in your favor. So that's what MarketFit and SalesWit are doing, and we'll just go through quickly a demo. But before that, I want to also pick up on quantifying AI in action. That's a very, very important point. We have taken an example here. So the baseline we have taken is that your 1,200 leads per year, 5.8 conversion, which you see in row number one, and what deals you close, and sales cycle we have taken as an average of 4 months. Now, when AI is providing only efficiency, which is plus 70% efficiency, the deal closure rate is of course better. But when the efficiency, even if it's a bit lower than 70%, is combined with the focus on conversions, with the focus on closing deals quickly, with a focus on growth, which is what I was just talking about, that that problem solving mindset, those going into customer meetings with that kind of prep, which really wins it for you. You gain the trust and you are immediately ahead of the game. That's what makes a bigger, even if you are with a 2x conversion rate, you are at 209, compared to 70. And as you practice this and go further, you can go up to almost like 9 times deals as compared to just playing with the baseline without any sort of enablement. So this is just a quick illustration of how and what kind of impact AI in sales can bring in. uh, I also had a story just to talk about this, where my personal experience, how just a casual intro converted into 8 deals, and with 2 signed in 4 weeks. And I'm talking deals of good size, million plus each deal, or few millions. So, but I skip that, in the due to the paucity of time. Uh, Let me just quickly take you through the demo of SalesFit and MarketFit.
So this is the page that loads up when you log into SalesWit. A contextual dipstick basically means contextual insights about the company and the stakeholders that you are about to meet, company prospects. Let me just enter the information here, click on generate research. So as soon as you click on generate research, it basically gets you all the information about the company and the stakeholder you are about to meet. If you leave this leadership name blank, then it will basically by default try to find out the top leadership, the C-suite leaders, and get you information or insights about them. So this is the information which we have got. You see quickly here, it gives business overview, AI-powered sales tools such as SalesFit and MarketFit, and so on. Gives about financials, since there is no direct financial information available for Mega Impacts right now. It says that it talks about potential challenges, which is like the pain points which Mega Impacts may experience. These are the ones which for the prospect you would latch onto and say that how you will help them overcome these challenges. Talks about the future plans also, based on whatever has been publicly communicated by Mega Impacts in some way or the other. Otherwise, it's also looking at what kind of indicators it is getting from various sources. And then it comes to the stakeholder insights section. Talks about Manuel, what has been the work history, leadership style, values, ideologies, uh, and interests and potential objections. Like I said, you can go and look at your research from the past. So there was this one which we just did, and it's showing this. And you can look at this. Now it comes up within a second, otherwise it takes a minute. So that's pretty much about SalesWit. Thank you.
So let me give you an overview of MarketFit app. When you log into the application, you see this page, which is for generating battle cards. You have 3 options. You can generate battle cards using a website. You can upload your documents in real time to generate battle cards, or you can use any of your stored contents, where you can
use your own documents, keep them in your own repository. You also have an option to generate battle cards using organizational repository. And I'll show that to you in a moment. Let me put in Mega Impact's website, mgimpacts.com. Let me not give target context as of now. Target context I'll talk about in a moment. And let's say generate battle cards. So as soon as you do that, so you get that in one single shot. So for example, this is what you see as one of the battle cards generated for Mega Impacts. Clear mapping of problem, solution, and then the case studies. Okay, so let's look at the upload doc features. In this case, what we do is we pick a file. So I have taken like this one file from the company VirtualBox. And here I'm giving target customer context. And let me say generate battle cards. It will generate a battle card which talks about what is the problem that, from accessibility perspective. The typical sales rep will not be able to actually remember all of this in a single instance and present it right when the customer has asked that specific question. So any specific question asked by the customer during a conversation also, in real time, the sales rep can just open MarketFit and type in the customer context and get the specific information and answer the question. So there's no more, let me get back to you. The question is answered then and there. So you can also download these all as PDF. Then we have a stored content option where you can upload your files, keep them stored here, and then you can use them. Before I go there, let me just upload one more document. Let's say the events one, and just say, so this is now reflected here. Okay, so now I have logged in as the admin for VirtualBox. So you see another tab is visible here, which is called org repo. Let me go to that tab. Also, if you go here, you see in this screen in stored content, it shows that you are the VirtualBox admin. But the admin role actually only has this extra screen, which is to upload the documents. So let me just look at this. So this is the entire org repository. Let me select all and upload the documents. So you see here, all these documents are uploaded. And if you go to org content, it shows the org repository. What you can do now is you can like choose a combination and then you can generate battle cards. So I have now clicked on the view button in the top menu bar and the view battle cards page has got loaded. Battle cards, you see here, you also see a edit button here. So if you want to add some additional information to any part of the battle card, saying we also have, and then you can go back further, and you can then save this additional information. It gets saved as a battle card. If you want to see the original, you just stop. So that's pretty much it for MarketFit.
So, like I said, 60% of the time is, in the sales cycle is spent in let me get back to you. Now, real-time objection handling is one important feature of MarketFit, which enables. We were just having a conversation with one prospect who wanted the tool, and they realized that how they were missing out on one point in their selling, in terms of one feature which addressed a customer problem, but the tool was able to bring that out also, that instead of two things, you actually have three things which are handling the customer problem. Also, since you have a clear solution to problem mapping, and you know your customer beforehand through your research, which is enabled by SalesWit, you are already ahead of 90% folks who are not doing it. And that's a big problem in this industry. I have been 25 years in. And it's getting into that mindset, getting into solving customer problems rather than selling to them, becoming their trusted advisor, is something which is across board, not happening. And hence, that's what is enabling more wins. I mean, I myself has have had a conversion rate of 70% in my career, and that's what has happened throughout that. I've never sold anything but being focused on just problem solving for customer. So that's pretty much, in summary, we talked about revenue focus is the AI 2025 focus. Tools like SalesFit and MarketFit are enabling that. And sales teams' needs are different, and hence these different tools are required, which help them in real time, and not just add up to the reporting and monitoring kind of activities. So sales enablement is about outcomes and not activities. That's the key message in 2025, and that's what we are sort of aiming to achieve through the new age tools, through the modern tools in 2025.
The question is for MarketFit, definitely a very useful product. I would say a very useful platform. Do you plan to make it voice enabled, or it's going to be more about inputting your question and then it kind of gives you that snippet of information?
So, Anurag, we are very actively evaluating continuously on voice enablement, and it's part of our roadmap. But right now, like I was answering Eric also, that we have been careful in choosing that what will make maximum impact with minimum intervention. And some of the voice enabled pieces, even the very, publicized products, if you look at, the outputs are not that great. There is more frustration is what we are seeing, but the things are improving, and hence we have kept it as part of our roadmap. But maybe it's another like 6 months away, but surely, and similar to Eric's case, like what Eric told about mails and all. That's why we have talked about sales teams enablements as of now. Voice
Okay.
is on the horizon, but not now.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
I want to thank everyone so much for joining in. Please, if you have not completed the survey, please complete the survey, and it helps us in keeping a track of how we take forward our products. Thank you so much.